From the United Center in Chicago, Illinois, it's Atlanta Hawks basketball tonight as the Hawks take on the Chicago Bulls. A very pleasant good evening, everybody. I'm Bob Rathman, and welcome to Hawks basketball tonight. Well, whether you were with us here on WB36 last night or in person at the Omni, you witnessed one of the great comebacks in Hawks recent history. Down 18 at the break against Miami, they threw up some tremendous defense against the Heat, as the NBA record for the fewest points allowed in the second half belongs now to Atlanta, as they limited Miami to just 21 and won the game by 8 points. My partner, of course, is the Stinger, Mike Glenn. And Michael, a lot of heroes last night for Atlanta, to be sure, but the biggest perhaps was Tyrone Corbin.
Well, Tyrone Corbin had his usually great defensive game, Bob, but he also played great offense. This was a game when Steve and Mookie were not available, and they needed Tyrone Corbin to come through. He did in a big way. He hit the glass for 7 rebounds, had his season-high 22 points and 2 steals. I think we need that kind of performance from Tyrone Corbin tonight. We need him to play his consistent defense and to be ready to step up and knock down some perimeter jump shots, as well as take it to the basket, get fouled, and get to the free throw line. He has a special challenge tonight also in guarding Scottie Pippen, because the offense goes through Scottie, and if Tyrone Corbin can do a good job of containing him, hopefully it'll slow down that high-powered offense.
Well, everybody's going to have to be on top of their game tonight. This Chicago ball club has been outstanding. The hottest thing going in this town and across the NBA. They are off to a 9-0 start. They're the only unbeaten club left in the NBA, and they're closing in on the league record, which is 15-0 to start a season, first established by Washington in '48 and matched by the Houston Rockets in 1993. Mr. Glenn,
yeah.
Is it possible that this club can be better than the one that won 72 a year ago?
That's a scary thought, man.
It is.
That's a very scary thought. They had the shirts that said 70-something. What are they going to have next, 80-something? But I don't think that team can withstand that pressure for that long. And tonight, what Coach Lenny wants to do is just say, hey, let's forget about all the records and all the hoopla. We both have 5 guys on the court. Let's go out and do a job and see if we can't win a ball game tonight. So Hawks in for a challenge, but Coach Lenny wants the same kind of production that he had last night, same kind of effort.
The one constant, of course, in the Chicago greatness is Michael Jordan. Last night in Charlotte, he struck the Hornets for 38 points in just about 29 minutes and playing with a head cold, and that performance vaulted him back to the top. He is now the #1 scorer in the National Basketball Association, edging ahead of Hakeem Olajuwon of the Houston Rockets. MJ's season to date has just been phenomenal. What else can you say? Last year against the Hawks, he averaged 25.5, and there you see his numbers against the Hornets last night. And Stinger, it seems that MJ is out there as ebullient as ever, having fun, loving the game once again.
Yeah, he certainly is. He said he lost some weight in the offseason, says he's a little quicker and has the spring back in his legs. Another scary thought. But he can still do it all. It's no question about it. And Michael doesn't forget. The Hawks beat this team in preseason by 20 points here at the United Center. So Hawks are kind of hoping that'll be forgotten and they can start all over again. But Michael Jordan did play. Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, Luke Longley played in that game. But it's going to be a war any way you look at it. So the Hawks have to be ready to match the effort that they gave last night.
Now you look to the backcourt, and of course Mookie Blaylock and Steve Smith are back in Atlanta, injured, unable to compete for the team tonight here in Chicago. And Stinger, as far as that applies to the Bulls, obviously you've got some monumental matchup difficulties out front.
Yeah, you certainly do. It's going to be a difficult matchup. When you think about John Barry, who played 40-plus minutes last night and usually plays a reserve role. Now he's forced to start back-to-back nights and guard Michael Jordan. So I hope he got a lot of rest, and that's going to be the challenge. But it's going to be a team defense tonight. John Barry knows that he'll have help, and with Dikembe Mutombo underneath the basket, he can pressure Michael a little bit more and try to force Michael to drive rather than take that jump shot.
But as Coach Lenny Wilkins pointed out after the game last night, you can bring your defense to the arena every night, and there's no excuse for that part of the game not to be ready to play.
Absolutely, and I'm very confident that the Hawks will play good defense tonight. The question is going to be if they can find some easy shots and find someone to step up offensively to not have those lulls, because Miami had a problem scoring last night, but Chicago may not have that bigger problem. We can't count on that happening every night in the second half.
And you know what it's like, Stinger. You cannot come into this building apprehensive. You've got to be the aggressor. You can't stand in awe of the Chicago Bulls.
And Coach Lenny's tried very hard to get that point across in shooting practice today. He's got a couple of new players he's trying to work into the system, so hopefully Hawks can get some help from Derek Austin and Anthony Miller as well.
All right, when we come back, We'll take a look at the injury list and how it applies to both these ball clubs when we continue from the United Center in Chicago. Stay tuned for the Hawks and the Bulls next. Let's take a look at tonight's Piedmont Hospital injury update. The Bulls have 2 men on the injured list, both Dickie Simpkins and Thomas Hamilton, and the Hawks with 3. Alan Henderson, Kenny Norman, and Priest Lauderdale. And, of course, the 2 starting guards, Mookie Blaylock and Steve Smith, are not with the ball club tonight, although they remain on the active roster. Stinger, from a player's perspective, you are without your starters in the backcourt. You're coming into Chicago to face Michael and the Bulls. How do you avoid a negative mindset coming into this kind of a situation?
Well, Bob, first of all, to get to the NBA, you have to be more confident of your abilities than anybody else is, and you have to believe that on any given night you can beat anybody in the NBA. So I think these players have the confidence in their abilities, and they're saying, hey, let's toss it up and see what happens.
All right. When we come back, we'll meet the starters and tip it off after this.
Nice shot.
I've been a ball boy for the Sonics for 5 years.
You want a bounce pass?
I have a job to do just like everyone else. You got to be on top of things all game. As players check in, I pick up their stuff and fold it up. As they come out, put jackets over their heads. And once you're sitting this close,
Leitner and Dikembe Mutombo up front. And as Joe Folks of Philadelphia, George Mikan, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. So when they finally come to write the history of this great game, that man may very well be at the top of the heap.
Looks like he's been lifting weights again, too, as he's dropped some pounds, but looked like he hadn't lost any muscle. So somebody's got their work cut out for him. And there's his partner, Scottie Pippen. And Dennis Rodman not leading the NBA in rebounding. Charles Barkley says, I cannot rebound, Dennis, now that I have Hakeem to take some pressure off me. So an interesting battle right there between Barkley and Rodman for the rebounding lead.
Dan Crawford, David Judd, Sean Corbin, our officials tonight, as we are ready for basketball from the Windy City. And Dikembe stole the tap, and that will give the ball to Chicago.
He stole the tip and Chicago ball.
Some impressive numbers for the Bulls, as you can well imagine, in a 9-0 start. One of the most striking, the fact that they're shooting 48% from the floor, the opposition just 41. And MJ nails his first shot of the night. He's got the biggest scoring night of the season in the NBA to date when he had 50 in Miami. Ten on the shot clock as Rick Kastner goes to work. Drives in, puts up the little runner, and hits it.
We saw some flashes of that last night, Bob, where Rick Kastner was able to break down the defense and get to the interior. Not a real shot blocker on this ball club, so not a bad idea.
Eldridge had 14 points and 3 assists last night. Scottie Pippen fires. Rodman the offensive rebound and off the window to score. He has accumulated more offensive rebounds than any other player so far in the NBA season, 48. And the Bulls take a 2-point lead. John Barry on the baseline. Rainbows at home.
Nicely done.
JB coming off a 12-point effort last night against Miami and played 45 minutes. JB said after the game, usually takes me 4 games to get 45 minutes. Longley matched up with Leitner. And Longley has it blocked. Good defensive effort that time for the Hawks. Corbin spins away from Pippen, takes it into the lane. That one blocked by Rodman, a loose ball to the corner. And it's going to be last touched by Atlanta.
Chicago ball.
10:21 left in the opening period. Tied at 4. Ron Harper plays to Dennis Rodman. As the Bulls attack, here's Michael. Pippen. And there's Rodman again. 2 offensive rebounds and 2 stickbacks.
Well, that's the problem. When Dikembe has to give help, Rodman is going to crash the offensive boards. So the Hawks have to try to keep those Bulls out of the lane as much as possible.
Christian Laettner wide of the mark and Pippen the rebound. Chicago leading by 2. The shot clock now under 10. Pippen, and we've got an illegal defense against Atlanta, and Laettner was caught.
Well, take a look at the earlier play here. Scottie Pippen coming off the screen. Now watch when Dikembe comes to give support, and there's Dennis Rodman. Anytime he's in the ball game, the guards have to slash down and help rebound because you don't want to leave Dennis. He'll cash in on any missed opportunity. Dikembe is matched up with Rodman.
Ron Harper for 3. And Dikembe corrals it.
Dennis Rodman tried his antics with Dikembe.
6-4 Chicago. Here's Rakasner going to work. Looking inside.
Yeah, should have given the ball to Dikembe on that play.
Laettner for 3. Got it. Christian Laettner is at 47% of his three-pointers this season, and the Hawks lead by 1. And Rakasner knocking it away from Harper.
Jordan says, "Give me the ball." He was there waiting on it.
Pippen. Scotty's first field goal. His numbers are down a little bit. Still trying to bounce back from that arthroscopic ankle surgery in September. That left ankle was the one that was giving him problems. Shooting just 41% coming into the game. John Barry, the rebound in the lane, does the wise thing. Brings it out. Hawks reset. Laettner bumped by Pippen. Christian goes up. Missed the shot. Rodman pulls it down. Under 8 to go in the opening quarter. Bulls by a point. Rodman, will he take the 3? Yes, and he hit it! Oh, my! His first three-pointer of the season.
Well, I'm sure Coach Lenny would like to see another couple of those rather than Michael Jordan having the ball in his hands.
Dikembe, 2 to shoot, and an illegal defense against Chicago.
Here's Dennis Rodman left wide open, thinks about it and says, why not? We're 9-0. I can take a shot, and he knocks that one down. I like the Hawks going into Dikembe Mutombo, though. This team does not want to double-team Dikembe, and he may get some good looks against Luke Longley. Did a decent job against Alonzo Mourning on the offensive end last night.
Rakasner looking inside for the big man, and Longley knocks it away. Now Rakasner kicks it out to Laettner. This one just off the mark. Longley got the rebound away from Rodman. Here it comes to Pippen. 11-7 Chicago. Jordan, and that is going to be a foul on John Barry. First foul of the ball game goes against JB, and Chicago takes a timeout. 6 minutes and 53 seconds remaining in the opening period. It's Chicago 11 and the Hawks 7 from the United. 6-game mini ticket plan. The number to call, 404-827-DUNK. You can get the first 6, and if you use your American Express card for purchase tonight, you'll get that Rockets game for free on February the 21st. Bob Rathbun and the Stinger Mike Glenn. Here's Jordan going to work over Barry. Rebound, Rodman saves it into John Barry's hands. Hawks trying to get something in transition, and Jordan reaches in and commits a foul. First on MJ. The Hawks have hit 3 of 8 so far, Sting, for 38%. The Bulls 5 out of 10.
Michael Jordan a little bothered by the flu. Good job by John Barry of pushing the ball ahead, forcing Michael to use that energy on the defensive end.
2 Harper reaching in to bother him. 2 Harper. 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 2 travel. 6:26 remaining in the first. Harper down the lane. Ron's first 2 tonight. The 11-year pro out of Miami of Ohio. 13-7 Chicago. Well, the one thing the Hawks can't afford tonight is these long droughts without any points. John Barry trying to get something going here. Corbin outside. He misses. And Longley the rebound.
Pretty good execution by the Hawks, but couldn't knock down the jump shot.
Pippen for 3. A brick, and Mutombo rebounds. Here's Corbin on the baseline. Now inside Mutombo. Boy, Longley pretty physical with him. Down the lane to Laettner.
Nicely done.
Beautiful.
Nicely done. Good move by Laettner to cut down the lane. Everybody freezes when Mutombo makes that deliberate move, but he'll pass the ball if you'll cut and get yourself open.
Chicago by 4. Jordan around Barry. Dumps to Longley. Luke jamming home his first field goal on the Jordan assist. It's 15-9. JB, nope, it's going to be an offensive foul. Mutombo.
Take a look at Christian Laettner as he finds a way to score that one after the nice cut.
15-9 Chicago. Jordan. Atlanta trailing by 6.
Hawks looking for Mutombo.
And
nice.
Dikembe scores.
Nice, very nice. Coach Lenny likes that matchup, and Mutombo has to change his mentality, though, Bob. Has to want the ball and look for it and try to go for big numbers.
Now Luke Longley tries to answer with a hook of his own, and the Hawks rebound. Ty Corbin busts it out. Bounce to John Barry. Whips it back to Rick Kasner. Corbin on the baseline. Ty with a turnaround and no good. Rebound to Rodman. Up to Harper. Leaves it and Corbin steals it. He flings it ahead to Eldridge Rick Kasner. Hawks trailing by 4 with 3:40 left in the first. And in again to Mutombo. See if he can get that hook again on Longley. Into the lane. There's the hook and it's short this time. Pippen on a mini breakout. Look at that spin. Wow. Nothing wrong with the ankle on that one.
No, Scottie Pippen showing you his flexibility, versatility, why he's the best all-around player in the NBA.
Laettner tried to go back door to Corbin. Knocked out of bounds.
Well, take a look here at this play as you see Rodman grab this rebound and pitch it ahead, and look at Scottie Pippen. A reverse dribble, left hand extension, count it. Beautiful thing.
Hawks trailing by 6. Laettner trying to cut it in half. Got the shot off before the clock expired. Jordan rebounds. Only 3 clubs in the NBA still unbeaten at home. Obviously Chicago, also the Lakers at 4-0, and the Minnesota Timberwolves at 3-0. MJ. Laettner long ahead to John Barry. JB waits for a trailer. Jordan up on him. Barry needs some help and finds it out front in Mutombo. There's 2 on 5 there for a couple of beats. Here's Rick Kasner. Shot clock at 7. Laettner looks inside. Mutombo saves it. 2 seconds to shoot. Rick Kasner beats the buzzer short. Eldridge gets it back. The stop and pop. No good. Longley the board.
Well, Hawks are finding if they can hustle like they did last night, they'll have some. Oh my goodness!
Great catch and jam from Pippen. 19-11 Chicago, and Atlanta takes a timeout. 1:56 left in the first, and the Hawks stop the clock. Jordan with the big home run pass. Harper lays it up nicely, and Pippen delivers. 31%. And Dennis just seemingly grabbing every rebound tonight.
Well, Jordan kind of on cruise right now. Excellent opportunity for the Hawks to try to make up some ground.
Laettner.
Tough matchup right here. Rodman, of course, excellent defensive player.
And Laettner missed the shot. 7th board for Dennis. 19-11 Chicago. Longley
steps on him. Yes.
The turnover gives it back to Atlanta. Second Chicago turnover of the game. Phil Jackson, the '96 NBA Coach of the Year, leading the Bulls to their 4th championship in the 90s. With his trusted lieutenants there on the bench. Next winner to his left. Here's JB inside to Laettner. Again against Rodman. Nice dip. And draws the foul.
Well, Laettner again making great use of the pump fake. Anytime he can get in the middle and give a nice little pump fake, he'll get a lot of people to jump for it. There, Rodman takes the bait. And Laettner gets the foul, but does not get the 2 free throws, as it was ruled the foul before the shot.
First personal on Dennis. And a foul on Harper. That will be Ron's first.
Well, last night the free throw line was very good to the Hawks, particularly in the first half. Now they'll get an opportunity to score now as Rick Hasner will go to the line.
Rick Hasner helped seal the victory as he hit 6 free throws down the stretch. Talking to Eldridge on the bus coming over to the arena tonight as Tony Kukoc now comes in and Dennis Rodman goes out. You were asking Eldridge where he was from, and talking to the New Orleans native, he said he grew up watching you, Stinger. You were his hero.
He was trying to rub some jump shots out of my hand, and said he couldn't get one to go, so he was out working on it a lot before the game, so maybe get a couple of jumpers to go down here.
19-13, Chicago, under a minute to go in the period. Laettner now matched up with Kukoc. Steve Kerr also into the game for Chicago. Here's Tony. He's having a tremendous start to the season. MJ off the mark. Pippen over the back. That's a loose ball foul.
Well, Scottie Pippen picks up that foul, trying to slam dunk the follow-up. But this is a better matchup for the Hawks now with Kukoc, who'll probably guard Christian Laettner. Kukoc not known as an excellent defensive player. And I'm sure Coach Lenny will look to that matchup fairly often.
Kukoc at 6'11". Had 15 last night. Here's Ty Corbin at the line. Last 5 games, Stinger averaging 37 minutes a night. And in the last 5, almost 14 points per game.
Ty just does whatever you ask of him. They like to have him back on the ball club.
19-15. The Chicago lead is 4. Pippen hits some daylight, spins out the 3, and the Hawks have a chance to get a little closer here. Rick Hasner guarded by Kerr. Laettner coming high to set the screen. Kukoc pops out. John Barry into Christian now. 5 to shoot. 4 down the lane. Rick Hasner, no. Rebound Hawks, back up and in for Dikembe, no. It falls out. Mutombo gets it back. Down the lane to Laettner, and he's fouled.
Excellent. Hawks doing a great job, Bob, of cutting to the basket as well as crashing the board. Mutombo getting an offensive rebound. You saw Rick Hasner cut to the basket. Also, Christian Laettner. If they're learning anything from this, is don't stand on those post-up positions. Take a look here. Here's Mutombo, who can't get the short range shot to go, but look at the cutting Christian Laettner here, who gets the foul.
MJ's second, and in and out for Christian Laettner. Hawks with 0.5 of a second left in the period insert Willie Burton, and Dikembe Mutombo goes out.
Well, they got Michael Jordan all the way down on the end of the court by himself with 0.5 of a second left in the quarter. They may try that home run, just throw it up high and let Michael go and get it. Let's see if that's the plan. There it is. That is indeed the plan.
And he gets it off.
Oh,
and Leitner goaltends. Count the bucket. No, now they're saying it came after the buzzer. Well, the first indication from the official was to count it, but the Hawks dodge a bullet here at the end of the first quarter.
Well, even if it had come after the buzzer, it still would have been a goaltending, but the rule obviously was that it was below the rim.
At the end of one in Chicago, 1916 Bulls. February. And here's Steve Kerr with a steal into Kastner, trying to fight for it back. Kerr gets rid of it, and the lay-in is good. Randy Brown putting it home.
Well, Steve Kerr likes to pressure up. He's usually in the ball game for short periods of time and uses all his energy in that short time.
That's the third turnover for Atlanta tonight as Leitner works again against Dennis Rodman.
As Phil Jackson took away this Kukoc Leitner matchup.
JB for three. Little long and Leitner over the back of Rodman.
Not a bad foul, though. That's the kind of fouls coaches don't mind seeing when you go hard and let the guy feel it when you foul him.
Lenny Wilkins is going to make another change. He'll put Dikembe back into the game on the next dead ball. Steve Kerr for two. His foot on the line. And Willie Burton rebounds. Outlets to JB. For Kastner.
Willie Burton is an interesting matchup now also. Kukoc can't guard him.
Burton will take it. Missed the three. And that ball went over the backboard and out of bounds to Chicago. Here's Dikembe coming back in, and Ty Corbin gets a breather. Bill Wennington coming up in the scorer's table. He'll check in at the next opportunity for the Bulls. Here's Kukoc popping up and out. Rebound Leitner. 21-16 Chicago. John Barry got his feet set, drilled it.
Nice. Nicely done.
You taught me that, Stinger.
Yes.
21-19, Atlanta hanging right with the world champs. 10:20 left in the second. Pippen zips it inside to Kukoc with the left hand.
Now Kukoc is just very talented anywhere around the basket with little left hand flip shots as well as an excellent passer.
Such a creative shot maker.
Very, very much so. Very much so.
23-19 and an illegal defense.
Absolutely.
And that's the second against the Hawks. So it'll be a technical foul. Donnie Boyce coming in for Eldridge Rakasner. Wennington replaces Pippen. So Leitner will shoot the technical as the Bulls are caught for the infraction. Christian 1 of 2 at the line. Looks for his 7th point. 23-20 Chicago. 9:59 left in the second. Hawks tried to snap an 8-game losing streak to Chicago. They've lost 3 straight here in Chicago. The last win came here in December of '94.
The Hawks got a couple of places they can look right now. Mutombo and Burton, two obvious advantages. 10 on the clock.
John Barry, boy, Kerr right up on him. Fade away, short.
Not a good execution offensively by the Hawks on that possession.
Randy Brown. Kerr on the Rodman handoff. That's a three. Steve, his normal slow start in November, that 3-point percentage at 37 coming into the game. But you can book it, he'll be around 50 by the end of the year.
Yes.
Boyce into Leitner. 6-point Chicago lead.
See, Kukoc will let him get where he wants to go.
Boy, and Leitner that time did a nice job absorbing the contact.
He did.
And still maintaining his composure.
Yes, he did.
Wennington finds Rodman. Dennis with a 9-point first half. Rodman also has 9 rebounds. 28-22 Chicago.
Well, Leighton didn't give that to Burton earlier. Oh, I see why.
Around Rodman to score.
What a move. Nice move around Dennis Rodman. Excellent defensive player. Leitner just went right around him.
28-24 Chicago. Into Kukoc. That one tipped in by Rodman. Oh, he is amazing. A double-double, and we've got 8:10 left in the second quarter. Six-point lead for Chicago. Boyce with 3 on the clock. Long pass up court. Brown back to Kerr. Measures the 3.
Just a team of specialists, Bob. Steve Kerr specializing in long-range jump shots. Does his thing. Dennis Rodman just rebounding, tipping in. Both guys playing their roles supremely.
33-24, Bulls leading. They fronted Mutombo that time. Donnie got it into it, and Mutombo got hammered. Wennington.
Lob pass was good to the Hawks last night when Miami was fronting. Nice pass on this occasion as Dikembe catches it, and he'll go to the free throw line.
First foul on Bill Wennington. Mutombo is 66% foul shooter.
I'll tell you a thing about Mutombo, though. The book on him, Bob, is to play him physically. You'll see a lot of teams try to play very aggressive, push him, bang him, try to take him out of his rhythm, much the way the book is on Tony Kukoc also. Just rumored to be sort of soft, and you can take him out if you'll bully him. Mutombo, both guys do a good job of overcoming that, but that's how they'll be played all year long.
Dennis Rodman, are you kidding me? Not another 3. Here's Burton with the rebound. 1 a night, Dennis. Here's Burton into the lane, draws nope.
I don't know. I didn't see that travel. Coach Lenny and Willie Burton didn't see that travel either. Thought they had a foul on that one.
Now Steve Kerr brings it up. 7-minute mark of period number 2. 33-25 Chicago. Rodman getting it back. Kukoc, long 3. Tipped to Kerr. Wennington. How about that? The big man from St. John steps out and hits a nice baseline jumper. 35-25. Dikembe against Wennington. Boy, a lot of contact and no whistle. Brown. The fake, the fire, the miss. Dikembe controlling it. Out now to Boyce. Chicago with a 10-point lead, and Atlanta takes a timeout. 6:02 remaining in the second quarter, and Lenny bending the ear of Davy Jones as the Bulls come off the court with a 10-point advantage. And 6:02 left in the second from the United Center. Going. Maybe a couple of easy baskets off the defense, or maybe in transition, just to get something going here. Well, when you play the Bulls and the teeth of that defense, it's tough. But Burton got an opening and nailed it.
I think they need Willie Burton to have a big night tonight to have any success here.
35-27. Pippen.
Oh,
Dikembe. Dikembe from the weak side came across to get it.
And told Scotty about it afterward.
Corbin, yes. Ty Corbin with 4.
Scotty just gave him that big smile as Dikembe told him no, Scotty. Ty Corbin answers, of course.
35-29. Bulls by 6. Boyce extending the defensive pressure out on Brown. Rick Kastner has Kerr. Shot clock under 10. Pippen into MJ.
Excellent defense he played on that.
And Mutombo clears it. Hawks have a chance to cut it to 4.
Tyrone Corbin, the utility man, now playing Jordan.
Burton in and out. And the rebound to Pippen. Boy, that would have been a big one.
Yeah, it was a good look, though. I think he has to continue to shoot that.
Michael in the exhibition game here was 1 for 10.
Oh, good help.
Rick Hasner knocks it away. Hawks trying to come in transition. They're up 4 on 2 in numbers. In and out with a 3. Now Pippen runs it ahead. Brown got it. Randy with 4. I was saying about Michael in the exhibition game, he was just 1 for 10 from the floor in that game, and the Hawks won by 22. I mean, it's an exhibition game, and Pippen didn't play, and Robin didn't play, but still the fact he just didn't shoot the ball well against the Hawks.
I think the flu is bothering him a little bit now. Doesn't seem, but you know he can turn it on any minute, so let's don't get him started.
Exactly. We keep wishing.
That's right. Leave Michael alone.
But Dumbo, no.
Got forced a little too far out on the hook shot, did Dikembe.
37-29.
Boy, but he will block that shot in a second, though.
The foul will be on Ty Corbin.
Well, take a look here. Here's Randy Brown trying to make it to the basket, and Dikembe just, no, that's Willie Burton on that block. Excuse me. Burton had a good lane on it and just slaps it out.
First foul on Corbin. Wennington.
Oh, got to get out there, Dikembe.
Well, the big man got a sweet stroke.
Yeah, Dikembe has to get out and get a hand up. He's used to guarding the post centers, but you have to get out on Wennington. You have to know the report on him. He wants to shoot jump shots.
They don't want to be guards.
Right.
39-29, Chicago. 3:30 left in the half. Mutombo trying to get 2 back and misses the slam. Boy, he wheeled to the bucket, found himself too far under the glass.
Somebody has to be ready to help Danny Boyce. Good job, Dikembe.
So MJ has to give it up. Kerr misses the 3, and Pippen just threw Burton out of there and picks up his second foul. 3:09 left in the half. Bulls 39, Hawks 29. Now Rick Hasner. Take a look at tonight's AutoZone NBA scoreboard. That's from earlier today at Madison Square Garden. 10 seconds to shoot. Johnny Boyce in the lane. The runner is good.
Done, Donnie.
Johnny Boyce with his first field goal tonight. 39-31. Hawks just hanging around, Stinger.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Refusing to give in. Now Jordan.
Good help from Burton.
Jordan goes baseline. And Boyce with the block and the foul.
Well, Boyce made a couple of mistakes there. It's pretty good timing, but when he slapped at the ball at the end of his block attempt, it's the thing that got him the foul and might get Michael a little upset as well.
You don't tug on Superman's cape.
No, you don't, Daddy.
2:30 and a timeout in Chicago. We resume play. Hawks up to 32% now from the floor on 11 of 34. Bulls have hit 46% on 18 out of 39. Michael's at 80% at the line. Now here's something interesting. Talk about fun with numbers.
Okay.
Michael Jordan has missed more shots this season than anybody in the NBA. 100 even. Think that matters?
No.
Not a bit.
No. No, it doesn't.
I'll tell him you said that. 2:15 left in the half. Wennington again muscling Dikembe. And a travel. Boy, Lenny's upset. I don't blame him. You know, it's a travel, yeah, when you pick up the pivot foot, but when a guy shoves you from behind, you're going to lift your pivot foot. Good grief. 40-31 Chicago with 2:05 left. Now look at the shove.
2 minutes to play in the first half.
Pippen. I'll put my whistle away. Here's MJ. He's got 5. 42-31 with 1:47 left in the half. Leitner up high. Kasner. Again, the Hawks watching that clock drain.
Nice move by Boyce.
Dikembe trying to keep it alive. Hawks save it. Boyce.
Got a lot of time.
Corbin.
See, when you break that defense down the way Ty Corbin and he calls an offensive foul on Dikembe. I don't know if this official or Dikembe have had words or what, but Dikembe has not gotten a call. Has not gotten a call.
1:20 left. Here's Ivana Newbill. John Barry coming back for the Hawks. Mutombo will go out. Second personal on Dikembe. 1:20 left in the second.
Either Dikembe had better apologize or get a technical one, because this relationship isn't working as it is.
Michael faking and hit it. 7 first half points for Michael. The Bulls lead it by 13. Shut off by Wennington. The fade, short. Under a minute to go in the half. Kerr back up to Jordan for 3. And Wennington a loose ball foul. Second on Bill. 44-31 Chicago. 30.3 left in the half. Don't forget, coming, of course, the Stinger with his first half analysis. 44-31 Bulls. Kukoc back in for Chicago. Not many minutes in the first half for Tony. Leitner.
Boy, Kukoc getting away with a little slap there. But see, Leitner can get wherever he wants to with Kukoc. He can back him right in the lane and get a close-in shot. Hawks have not gotten a lot of those close shots like that. Even Dikembe's been forced a little further out than he'd like. But now Kukoc is in trouble here.
And Leitner avoided the foul. And that's the half. An 11-point game as the teams head to the locker rooms here at the United Center. We have reached the half in Chicago with the score. The Chicago Bulls 44 and the Atlanta Hawks.
Establish any kind of rhythm.
Michael Jordan had 7, but the real big story for the Bulls in the first half was this man, Dennis Rodman. He picked up a double-double in the first half with 11 points and 12 rebounds. As active as always on the offensive glass. Here we go with quarter number 3. Kasner brings it up on Ron Harper. Hawks running a set play.
Tried to slip Leitner down the lane. Kasner couldn't get it to him.
And Jordan with the kick. 11:42 remaining. Third quarter. 44-33. Chicago leading, and the Hawks with a fresh 24. JB down the lane and throws it away.
Well, good penetration, a good idea, but a bad pass. Coach Lenny wants him to put the shot up if he gets that close.
Longley down the lane. Harper blocked by Corbin. Pippen picks it up. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Harper, bingo. Ron's second bucket of the game. 46-33 Chicago.
Scottie Pippen getting on Luke Longley about not diving to the hole.
Pippen with his third.
And meanwhile picks up his third foul, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Scottie Pippen still is a big key for this ball club. Did not play tremendously well in the first half. 3 assists, 6 rebounds, and 2 rebounds.
Despite the fact this is the Bulls' 10th game, here's Leitner going in and missing. Pippen did not play in the preseason, and you figure that timing and rhythm is still off.
Yes, it is. Not quite Scottie as we saw him before.
Jordan over Barry. Pippen into Longley, barrels in and scores. Luke with 4. 48-33 Chicago. Hawks in need of a basket. Corbin can't answer. Rodman rebounds. Knocked away by Leitner. Christian hustling for it. But Longley claims it. And they get it up to Harper. And look at Leitner getting back to grab the defensive rebound.
Need something good right here. A little difficult without Mookie and Smitty here to know who to turn to in this situation.
And Mutombo had it knocked away by Pippen into the hands of Recasner and hits the 3. Now maybe that'll give Eldridge some confidence.
Yes.
His first 3-pointer of the game, 48-36. He hit that one with just 2 seconds on the shot clock.
Ty Corbin continuing his aggressive defense. But here's Recasner right here as you look at the scramble for the basketball. Just picks it up, steps behind the 3. Nice rotation on that shot, knocks it down.
MJ wide of the mark. Is it true for a shooter, Stinger, when you see a play like that for Recasner, to get out of a slump, you just don't think about it? A ball you fumble and it comes to you and you pick it up and shoot it and you don't think about it.
Absolutely right. Oh, nice crossover. He's doing a good job of breaking down people.
Boy, a nice tip by Leitner. Goes for naught. Longley squeezes it into Jordan, and Barry takes it away.
Boy, what an excellent defensive move by Barry. Instead of staying on the perimeter, slid in and helped out. Got a steal.
Trying to go to Mutombo, and a foul. And it's on Luke Longley, his first. John Barry played 45 minutes last night, had 12 points in the game. A delicious come from behind win against Miami at the Omni. The Hawks trying to gut it out tonight in Chicago. Down only 12, despite the fact they're shooting in the low 30s. Leitner rolls it in.
Nicely done. Leitner's doing an excellent job with Rodman.
Well, he's going to make some people pay in this league this season with that move to power forward.
Yes.
Foul on Corbin, his second. This is what we were talking about.
See, just able to get where he wants to. Rodman giving up a lot of ground, letting him get in the lane, and he can float that little jumper over Rodman's arms and knock it down.
And look at the defense from Leitner.
And nice pitch ahead.
Recasner up and in and counted, and a foul.
Excellent job. Leitner, the catalyst, the spark plug here on both ends with a nice steal as he comes around topside, slaps it away, and pitches it ahead of Recasner so he can catch up with it. And nice finish there by Recasner with the contact.
Eldridge had 14 last night against the Miami Heat and bids for double figures with his free throw. He's got it. 10 for Recasner, and the Hawks are within 7. Here comes Pippen. Up top, Longley. Pushed it too hard, Mutombo.
Good board.
Just
right.
outreached Rodman.
Yes, he did.
The 443rd consecutive sellout crowd in Chicago. Watching the Hawks come back. Recasner missing, but Corbin had the rebound knocked out of his hands. Atlanta ball with 7:36 left in the third.
Well, Leitner has worked well in this ball game. I look for the Hawks to try to get the ball to him, possibly Mutombo also.
Jordan forcing Barry to give it up to Corbin. They swing it to Recasner. Eldridge down the lane, spins it in.
Play it again, Eldridge.
48-43. The natives are getting restless. Pippen. Now Scotty starts to take it down.
Scotty's looking for Michael.
Instead, it's Longley. I think they'd rather have MJ. Here's Pippen.
I think so too. Scotty did a good job of drawing the D though and freeing Longley up, giving him great passes.
Again down the lane to Longley. Harper uses the glass. Ron was 6. Well, you just can't give him 3 cracks at it. 50-43 Chicago with 6:43 left in the third.
Looking for Leitner here. They may go to a double team if Leitner continues to punish Rodman.
Well, here comes Harper. Christian in the lane, off balance. Mutombo the offensive rebound. Harper had him tied up.
yes.
Oh, he put it in.
Dikembe.
What a play by Mutombo.
You know, he got a foul early. Didn't get the call until after the release. Take a look as Leitner tries this shot. And here's Dikembe. All over his arm is Harper. And
Michael Jordan here tonight. 7 points, all of which came in the first half of play. And Jordan has struggled somewhat from the field. Dikembe Mutombo, meanwhile, a solid game for him with 5 points, 10 rebounds, 3 blocks, although he's not shot the ball well tonight. Dennis the rebound on Corbin. 50-45. Bulls with the lead and the ball.
Down to 5. Steve Kerr back in the game now for Chicago. Pippen going to work on Corbin. Bounce to MJ. Got it. Jordan with 9. 52-45 Chicago. Kasner met by Steve Kerr at midcourt. Leitner. Kasner coming around the picks and MJ with the steal. Leitner trying to get back. Jordan to the bucket.
pretty nice move.
And just like that, the Chicago lead goes to 9.
Michael Jordan just getting in the passing lane, intercepts this pass and crosses over, changes hands, and makes it look easy.
54-45. Berry on the cut. And Corbin had it knocked away. Pippen knocked it out of bounds.
Well, Hawks have to step up their execution because the Bulls defense is tightening up as Michael and Scotty both getting in passing lanes with hands.
John Berry missing the 3. Mutombo with the tip. Doesn't go. Rodman clears. Bulls try to run. Kerr inside to Jordan. 13 from Michael. 6 in a row, and the Bulls lead by 11.
Not a lot you can do, Bob, about that fadeaway turnaround jump shot with the kind of height Michael shoots it. Nice two-man game thus far.
Free to shoot. Mutombo got the hook off and scored it.
Good job by Dikembe.
56-47. Longley, nice cut down the lane, scored, and a foul. Boy, that was just a beautiful play.
Well, Ty Corbin looked at the ball for just a second, and that was enough for Scotty to run down the lane, catch the nice bounce pass, and lay it in.
And did you see Pippen use his body to protect the ball?
Yes.
Yeah, these guys are pretty good.
Yeah, a lot of people still feel that this is still Scotty's team because he involves everybody, communicates well, gets everybody off. It's Michael's league. I mean, you know, it's clearly Michael's league, but that Scotty is still a very vital part, if not the most vital.
Now Leitner goes up off the glass.
Nicely done. Leitner just doing big work when the Hawks can get him the ball in a good position. They need to look for him a little more often.
58-49 Chicago. 4-minute mark of the third. Here's Longley. Pippen. Two-pointer. Scotty now with 10. 11-point Chicago advantage. Seven down the lane to the cutting with Kasner, out of bounds. Here's Jordan matched up with Barry. Longley set the screen. MJ goes the other way. Goes baseline and floats another one home.
Oh my goodness, that's an awesome move, Bob. I mean, the crossover dribbles, the stop and pop, two difficult moves, and Michael looks like just an ordinary day at the office.
62-49. Here's with Kastner. Bounce to Barry. JB up and in. 7 points for Barry. 62-51. Hawks cut it to 5. Then Michael took over. Nice pass. Longley got hammered. He'll shoot 2. The foul will be called on Ty Corbin, his 4th. But the third quarter has belonged to MJ. And the Bulls lead by 11. Operators at the Hawks office is still standing by, ready for your call to sign up for that 6-game mini ticket plan. And if you use your American Express card, you'll get a 7th game featuring Houston free. 404-827-DUNK. And the lines are open right now. Luke Longley is getting set to go to the free throw line for Chicago. He'll be shooting a pair. Longley came over in trade from Minnesota for Stacey King in February of '94. Still battling those Stinger with tendonitis in the knees. He played only 10 minutes against Phoenix here Monday. It's really been a problem for him.
Did not have an easy time learning this system. Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen are at times very critical of him, but they're tough on their teammates. They want them to catch the ball, be in position. They yell at them. They give them a lot of encouragement, almost abuse at times. But Longley coming around and becoming a player as you look at Ty Corbin, who's sitting on the bench with 4 fouls.
Longley, soft touch at the line. 83% foul shooter. That's his 5th point of the game. Hawks have stepped it up here in the third quarter, hitting 53% of their shots. They were able to cut it to 5, but now the Chicago lead stands at 13. This 9-0 start for Chicago, a new club record for the start of the season. The Bulls won their first 5 before losing last year. 7, 6 to shoot. Mutombo again bumped with Longley, and Davy Jones is going to call Mutombo for another travel.
Yeah, call the double dribble on that. On the first pass, Dikembe, see, when he catches it here, they call that a dribble. So they say he does not have a dribble again. So that was a call for the double dribble.
And the other official is ready to call Longley for a foul. Kerr for 3. Steve's hit 3 of them tonight. 67-51. The spin.
Oh, just nicely done, but can't get it to go.
And that one blocked. Burton draws a foul. The foul will be on Luke Longley.
Well, in case you're wondering who's one of Michael Jordan's biggest fans, of course he has a lot of them. That's Carmen Villafane, who has been his friend since 1988, and MJ has given her 2 tickets to every home game since 1988, and she made the trip to Indiana for his comeback. So still very close and always has a high five for Michael at every game.
Oh, that's terrific.
Yes.
Willie Burton. Now with 4. And Barry intercepts the coast to coast.
Oh, what a job by Barry, and knocks it off Pippen as he goes head first.
Is he all right?
Man, look at the hustle by John Barry. Nice read, nice interception, and watch him throw it off Scottie Pippen. And he'll get a hand from some of the Chicago fans as he gets back on the floor. But nice hustle, good awareness, good save by John Barry. But I tell you, crashing into that floor the way he does and playing 45 minutes, those two things don't go together.
Burton fouled by Pippen. 1:26 left in the third. 67-53 Chicago. Willie Burton steps up to the line. And he misses the free throw. Kukoc coming back. Atlanta also putting into the ball game one of the newest Hawks, getting his first action. Anthony Pig Miller is at the line. The young man from Michigan State, just signed by the Hawks. Here's Burton putting in the second free throw. 67-54 Chicago, 120 in the third. Jordan again. Good again. 17. He's put together a 10-point third quarter. Rick Kasner wisely dribbled out of the trap. Didn't cross the midcourt line. And Rodman had to hustle back. Burton for three. And the ball will belong to Chicago, it appears. 56 seconds left. Kukoc in the curve. Kasner right up on him. John Barry with Jordan. They swing it to Kukoc.
John Barry's had his hands full. Oh, that's some nice moves right there. Good to see him miss one finally.
And Longley. Oh, they're going to give the ball to Chicago. It looked like Longley was the last to touch. Dikembe upset about it. 35.9 left. Jordan, couple of fakes.
Oh my goodness.
2 more points.
Well, he's in one of those Michael Jordan zones now. I think he's looking over to Coach Lenny at times and seeing, are you going to double team me or what? So Barry having pretty decent position on him. He's just jumping over him, shooting fall away jump shots. Got a little pocket that time.
Here's Burton. And it's going to be on Kukoc.
You know, Bob, and it's so difficult to double team Michael Jordan with this triple post offense. Everybody cuts to the basket. He's such an excellent passer. You just may give up some layups or other things very costly by double teaming Michael with this offense.
6th point for Willie Burton. 71-55. 3.2 left. MJ at the other end waiting. Rodman. And a tough ball to handle. Longley picks it up. And from midcourt, off the side glass. We've played 3 at the United Center in Chicago. A tremendous third for MJ. He had a dozen. And the Bulls push the lead to 71-56. 71-56, the Bulls lead as we head to the 4th. In that third period, the Bulls outscored the Hawks 27-23. MJ had 12 on 6 of 9 shooting.
And Coach Lenny looking for somebody to step their personality and imprint on this team. Of course, Mookie Blaylock's personality dominates over this ball club. The hustling, the no-nonsense, the competitiveness. And he's looking for some leadership tonight. Very difficult to compensate for the loss of 2 of your top starters. But Mookie's influence, the way he plays, the toughness that he brings is what Coach Lenny wants to see in this 4th quarter.
And about 35 points. Not to mention all those other things you talked about, Stinger.
Yeah.
That's a lot of points to try to make up. Jordan keeps it going. 7 of 10 from the floor in the second half.
Oh, nice pass.
John Barry, good bounce inside. Miller left it short. Jordan the rebound. Here come the Bulls, 3-on-2. MJ, the middle lane. Miller gets it out to Rick Kasner. Hawks shot 47% in the third quarter. They closed to within 5. But then MJ took over. And the Bulls with a comfortable lead here in the 4th. Mutombo with another hook, and it's good.
Very nicely done. Well, Hawks still working on Dikembe's offensive game, trying to make him more of a factor as the season progresses.
Do you think, Stinger, that one of the biggest parts is to get Dikembe to start thinking like a scorer?
Absolutely right. Absolutely right, Bob. That's the first thing, is to get the attitude, to become aggressive, to want the basketball, because nobody's going to give it to you if you don't demand it.
Calls for it again. Longley right up on him. And that time Longley blocked it. Kerr, Kukoc, around to Jeff Bushler. Just checked into the game. Kukoc, 4-3. (76-58). Here's Miller. Banging into Kukoc. Gets his own miss. Tip to the corner. Kerr's got it.
Miller made a good hard drive.
Nice backdoor bounce, and Jordan is fouled. Boy, what a pass.
Yes,
Oh.
great pass.
Fouls on Big Miller.
Tell you what,
His
Anthony
first.
Miller making his presence felt. Didn't get a basket, but giving some hard fouls and some hard aggressive play. Mutombo goes out of the game.
So now Jordan steps up, going for his 9th scoring title in 12 years. As we mentioned earlier, he moved back into the #1 position after 38 last night in Charlotte. Longley out, Wennington back in. Michael, I thought, had an interesting quotation earlier. He said, "We're mature enough not to take things for granted."
Yes.
You wonder how this team can stay hungry game after game.
You know, Bob, with so many teams changing personnel, most teams in the NBA are in an adjustment phase right now, transition phase, but not the Bulls. They've had the same offense and the same core group for a number of years, and they're a well-oiled machine.
An illegal screen for Wennington as he tried to free Jordan for the alley-oop. Donnie Boyce coming back in now for Atlanta. John Barry gets a well-deserved rest on the bench. 78-58 Chicago, 9:08 to play in the game. You start thinking about records when you talk about this Chicago team, and they're within striking distance of that greatest NBA start ever at 15-0. Nice bucket for Donnie Boyce.
Donnie Boyce, of course, from this Chicago area. Plays a lot in the summer in this area, some with Michael Jordan.
Here's MJ. And the soft roll into the bucket.
Well, MJ has it all. Smart decisions, pump fakes, fall-away jumpers, finger rolls, drives to the basket.
18-point second half for Jordan. And an illegal screen against Newbill. This is the start of a 4-game trip for Lenny Wilkens in Atlanta. Although the club will come home tonight after the game, get a couple of practices in. Then it's on to Cleveland, Milwaukee, and Toronto next week. Boy, this schedule, Stinger, has been something.
Boyce trying to get in front of Jordan, at least to take away the turnaround jump shot. Donnie Boyce saying, "Don't help him. Please don't help him." You know, in my era, Boston Garden was the place that the Celtics seem to get the benefit of the doubt on every call. Seems that the Bulls are getting similar treatment these days.
And Miller with the foul. Anthony, and Benton Harbor, Michigan native. He played with Steve Smith at Michigan State. Golden State second-round pick in '94, then was traded to the Lakers. Never played for the Warriors. And Miller comes up with a rebound. Played a couple of years with the Lakers. On the break, Burton missing the jam.
Oh, look at Donnie Boyce rise, though.
And Kukoc out front.
Oh, they called an offensive
No, they
foul.
hooked it. It's on Burton.
Again, that's that benefit of the doubt that the Bulls have certainly gotten.
Well, they used to blame it on the Leprechauns in Boston. what is it here? 20-point Chicago lead with 7:25 left. And Newbill with an illegal screen. Oh, and nothing going right now for the Hawks.
It's on the line on Newbill, his second.
Money has won 59% of his games, says the Atlanta head coach. But playing shorthanded tonight. Kerr, another three. 83-60.
Works so well for Steve Kerr. This triple post with the passing, the cutting, the ball movement. Easy living for a jump shoot.
We're talking about the Bulls. You made a great point about how they are a team of specialists and they work so well together. What's interesting is this team of Phil Jackson's a little long in the tooth. They've got several guys 30 years plus in this club. Back-to-back second games, doesn't matter. They come out smoking and lead it by 23 in timeout half season. Winn-Dixie and the Atlanta Hawks Foundation will donate $30 to the Georgia Center for Children to help refurbish basketball courts. And Eldridge Recasner gives us tonight's Winn-Dixie three-point shot of the game. And Eldridge is at the line. He scored 12 tonight. 14-point night last night against Miami. 6:53 remaining here in Chicago. Recasner is good with this one. Hawks have been able to score only 5 points so far in this fourth quarter. They're 2 of 8 from the floor. Kukoc. Boy, what a ballet in basketball shoes for Kukoc.
Yes. Well, he's graceful, has some moves, some creativity, strong going to his left, good passer.
While Tony Kukoc will shoot a pair at the free throw line. Bring you up to date on the AutoZone NBA scoreboard and the Bullets with a win over the Celtics. Orlando victors over the Raptors tonight, and look at Philadelphia coming back to beat Miami.
In Miami, boy, good win for Johnny Davis's troops.
Without Allen Iverson.
Absolutely, Philly to a good start.
Well, Pat Riley's mood was not too good last night when he left the Omni.
No, he was not a happy man.
I don't think it's a lot better tonight.
I don't think so either.
85-61 Chicago.
That Pat Riley quote, there's winning and misery. He's had a couple of miserable nights. As Donnie Boyce with a nice finger roll. Those flashes of brilliance by Donnie Boyce on an excellent drive.
When they said to Pat last night about the record for the fewest points in the second half, we deserve it. I would not have liked to have been in that locker room last night. Kukoc with the trap.
Good defense by Newbill, who overplayed the left hand of Kukoc, forced him right, got the turnover.
Jason Caffey, the Alabama product, coming in. Sunday at 8:30, the Steve Harvey Show. Join guest star Ron Isley of the Isley Brothers as one of Steve's old singing partners. Non-stop laughter on WB 36.
Wow, Asner with a beautiful drive. Brown is an excellent defensive player.
Judd Buechler for three. And it's out of bounds to Atlanta. Well, I think as far as Atlanta's concerned, Stinger, you come into the building tonight hoping for the best, but maybe fearing the worst. And after having to play so few guys, so many minutes last night,
absolutely,
Coach Wilkins just didn't have too many guns to fire tonight. Let's be honest about it.
I tell you, there are not many teams in the NBA, probably no team in the NBA, that can lose 2 of their leading scorers and best players and come in here and beat the Bulls at their home. That's a Herculean task.
Eric Alston has come in for Atlanta, his first appearance. Being signed a couple of days ago. Pippen And the lay-in from Randy Brown. 5 minutes left. Here's Derek Alston going to work on the baseline. Played his college basketball at Duquesne. Six to shoot. Spin move for Miller. Tap by Alston doesn't go.
Nice move by Miller. Just got to get back in game rhythm and he'll make that shot.
22-point lead. Brown for two. Randy Brown out of New Mexico State. In his 6th year in the league, his second with the Bulls. He's got 8 points. 89-65. Alston puts that 6'11" to work. The release to Buechler and a 2-on-1. Judd to the bucket. His first basket of the game. 91-65. Newbill. And Miller up and off. Alston fights for it. Now Brown comes out of there with it.
Coach Lenny using this for good practice time with players that need to work on their wind, their conditioning, as well as their time in a live game on the floor. So important time for some of these Hawks reserves now. All of them.
3:10 to play. And the Hawks take a timeout.
We have a timeout on the floor.
3 minutes and 8 seconds left here in Chicago. And Lenny Wilkens wants to talk things over with the troops. With the score, the Chicago Bulls 91, the Atlanta Hawks 65. We will be right back after these words. Friends, celebrate the holiday season with exciting NBA action. Buy a Hawks 6-game ticket plan and see the likes of Jordan, Shaq, Ewing, and Kemp. And pay with your American Express card. You'll see Barkley and Olajuwon for free. Operator is still standing by. Call the Hawk sales at 404-827-DUNK. 3:08 the time remaining in Chicago, and Jordan, Harper, Pippen, Rodman, they'll be spectators for the rest of the evening.
Well, Scottie Pippen, boy, what a great success story, though. One of 12 kids, did not have a college scholarship, went on a work-study program and was cleaning up locker rooms and handling equipment, and look at him now.
Brown up top. Caffey couldn't connect. Maybe a touch too deep. Here's Boyce.
And Miller has a tiny one on him.
Donnie takes a three. Alston turns to fire. Atlanta ball with 2:27 left. Alston, nice move. Tipped in by Newbill. Ivano's first bucket. Alston played a couple of years with the Sixers, and I know that you liked what you saw when he played against the Hawks.
I did. I was impressed with him all season long with the Sixers. Very much a role player, complimentary player. And Winnington will get that foul.
And Boyce will get the punishment.
Yes.
Fifth on Bill. 1:59 left in the game.
Yeah, but you mentioned Alston. He runs the floor extremely well. He's a good athlete, a good rebounder, a guy that you like playing with. Doesn't look to score that often, but works hard.
Tipped out of there by Longley, but Boyce has got it.
Oh, nicely done by Donnie Boyce. Nice pump fake, takes it to the basket, rolls it in.
1:40 left. 91-69. John Barry Watching that one go out of bounds. Now JP gets it in. This is incredible, Stinger.
Yes.
To win by an average margin of 18.9, and they'll add to that tonight. Last year, when they won 72 games, the average winning margin was 12.
Yes.
And it just shows you how remarkable this 10-0 start has been for Chicago. I mean, Phil Jackson's team, they're just killing everybody.
Oh, and they're on cruise. They're on cruise. I don't think Michael, a lot of times, he only played 29 minutes last night on the road. But again, it's such a well-oiled machine, Bob. They've got their group intact, and the rest of the NBA is trying to catch up and learn each other. So they're already there.
Great block by Buechler. Bulls coming 2-on-1. Brown to Cappy. And a foul.
And after the personal foul, Donnie Boyce, his third penalty.
Donnie Boyce with the personal. 59.4 to play. And Jason Cappy, who was Chicago's first-round pick in '95, spent some early time on the injured list. Missed 11 days with a hip strain. Back now active. He scored 3 points tonight. 94-69. Boyce fouled by Brown.
The Bulls' personal foul.
Nice crossover by Boyce, who's able to shake himself free momentarily from Randy Brown. Again, that's another one of those nice little flashes of brilliance, as Boyce had a very nice low crossover dribble to get where he wanted to go.
Donnie 4 of 7 at the line. Tip no good by Miller. And Buechler runs it down to Steve Kerr. 7 seconds left. Buechler, 4-3. Well, Judd's been impressive here in the fourth quarter. 97-69. Tipped by Buechler. Alston saves it. Shot clock expires. And that will give it to Chicago with 6.1 left.
7-6.
They want 7.6 put back on the clock. So Chicago goes to 10-0. The Hawks will come back for a couple of days with a record of 5-5. And they fought hard. They were very brave about it, but nothing they could do tonight here in Chicago. Michael just took over the game. The Hawks cut it to 5 in the third quarter at 50-45, and then MJ went to work. He put together an 18-point second half, dominated the third period, and that was the ball game.
Well, you're absolutely right, and he did it in just fundamental fashion. Not the slam dunk, not the soaring Air Jordan, just crossover dribbles and jump shots.
And Chicago runs its home record to 6-0, a franchise best 10-0 start to the new 96-97 NBA season. They are 5 wins away from matching the league record to start a year of 15-0. Set initially by the Washington Capitals in 1948 and matched by the Houston Rockets in 1993. And Rodman just gave that young gal her jersey, and boy, she is the happiest kid in the Windy City.
Is. She's jumping up. She and her mama really excited about that Dennis Rodman jersey. Bob, he looked over your way for a moment. I thought he was considering you.
Yeah, I had a chance. I had a shot. And boy, wasn't Rodman something in the first half? A double-double.
He really was. Rodman just really crashed the boards, and anytime Dikembe would give help, he was there to tip it in.
Final score, the Bulls 97 and the Hawks 69. Back with the postgame show after this.